Okay, this could be an absolute disaster. Get ready for a disaster. Um, Two things to note. Three things to note, maybe. I can't count. Four things to note then. Right, first things first. Third-party dock being used on a Nintendo Switch 2. This is the Avermedia, whatever the long number is, dock, charger, capture card, combo thing. It just looks like a regular charging plug, but it's got USB-C in the top, plug it into your Switch 2, USB-A, HDMI to plug it into your telly, and then a bottom USB-C port, which is a capture card. That's what we're using right now. Had to update to a beta firmware. Not a huge fan installing beta firmwares from Avermedia, because, generally they make nice devices, but their software's kind of gank. But without it, this dock would only charge the Switch 2, not dock the Switch 2. Also, problem here being not entirely sure about how Nintendo is going to take third-party docks, seeing as they seem quite aggressive with the use of your console, their hardware. Is it your hardware or is it their hardware? Could they potentially look into some things and go, that's not an official dock, brick your console, or that's not an official dock, void your warranty? We've had issues with docks in the past on the Switch One. This one isn't particularly great for the Switch One, or at least isn't for my version of Switch. I have a launch Switch One, which uses more power than later Switch Ones. Which is why Metroid Prime Remastered's on there, because this game would occasionally run like half speed on this dock, because the Switch has two power states. One for handheld, where the clocks have been, it's like the graphics card and the processor are running at a slightly slower speed to increase battery life, or to make it so your battery lasts longer. But that also means that if, for whatever reason, the clocks don't boost to full speed when docked, some games will run slow. People will then go, the game is bugged. And it's like, no, the game isn't bugged. It's your power supply. No, the game is bugged. And then they change their power supply and the game runs fine. People have had that with like third-party USB-C chargers plugged into their original Switch docks, because for whatever reason they've like broken a cable or whatever. Or they've lost their power cable, so they've bought another one, and they're seeing if that works for whatever reason. Also need to note, so yeah, there's that. So Gumph there. Also testing something so I'm using Castr right now, which is like a multi-streaming platform. If I use Restream on my Mac laptop, which, let's be fair, Restream is better implemented into OBS, which is the streaming software I use. If you try to stream to Twitch and YouTube and anywhere else like Kick or whatever, well, first off, you have to pay. But secondly, if you stream using your processor, you use CPU encoding on a Mac, you stream at 1080 60 or whatever 60, it goes out 60 frames a second everywhere. Everyone gets to watch 60 frames a second. Groovy. Everyone's happy. It's great. Once you stop, though, the VOD, only on YouTube, will, for whatever reason, drop to 30 FPS. Right, so if you're on CPU, it's fine. If you're using your processor to encode it, it's fine. 60 FPS, VOD will be 60 FPS. If you are using the Apple hardware encoder, it will stream at 60 FPS. People can watch it at 60 FPS, but the VOD will be in 30. I've raised this concern with Restream. Other people have raised this concern with Restream. They're not bothered. It doesn't seem like they're particularly bothered. I don't remember if that happens with the Intel encoder, or I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen with the NVIDIA encoder, but They don't seem to be particularly bothered with the whole Apple thing. Should also note, so there's that. That's what I'm doing now. We're on Castr. Basically, if this stream stops and the stream is in 60 FPS, still, the VOD is in 60 FPS on YouTube, the problem is a Restream problem. Because if Castr can handle the encoder, then it's clearly a Restream problem. Also, this looks incredibly contrasty to me. I have got everything set to limited in OBS. This is a problem I've had streaming from the Mac before. Display, limited range for my RGB. OBS is set to limited range. The capture card is set to limited range. For some reason, though, this looks incredibly contrasty. I mean, is it going to be one of those where if I change it to full range on the capture card, it's going to look right? I'm not going to, but just note that if it looks weird, that's why. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Third-party docs, switch power states, streaming on Restream, and the color problem. I think that might have been everything. Which means, what this basically means is if the color space is set wrong, your blacks and your whites are going to look a bit more kind of crushed, so highlights might kind of clip quicker, and any detail that could be in darker shadows will just disappear. So just gonna have a few matches because I played earlier with my boy. So why are you using the Mac right now? Just because the Mac is the most portable setup I've got. I was talking to a mate about using a Mac today because he owns a fanless MacBook Air, which is what I'm using right now. Still not using this very often, though. Yeah. They still screw it up. Yeah. So we were talking about the likelihood of being able to use a Mac and actually getting, decent encodes. Because there have been issues with Mac and OBS over the years with glitching on the hardware encode and other stuff. So if I stream for more than an hour and then go back to my Be Right Back screen and it doesn't bug out, then we're pretty good. And if the MacBook Air doesn't overheat, then again, we're pretty good. Don't expect the gameplay from me either. Yeah, that is looking a little on the contrasting side, but it's fine. I think that's one of the Splatoon 2 maps. It's going to be a bit risky with my loadout. go too far ahead and just get completely... Uh-oh, that's close. What the hell was that? Just missed every shot and now you're going to trade and fall. Oh, yep, I'm going to trade. Oh no! Yeah, that looks massively contrasted. And the quality looks terrible, should be said. Should note that generally speaking, when Restream says, hey, oh, use CPU, you will actually get better quality for the most part using CPU unless you're encoding on the NVIDIA encoder. At which point, your best bet is to use the NVIDIA encoder. Ah, stood there and took it. That was terrible. Hello, Pitbull. Sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble keeping up with chat right now. There we go. I mean, I was saying earlier on to my boy, you know, you don't need to worry about killing people in this, at least not regular turf war. I mean, killing people does give you coverage, it does slow people down, but it's not necessary. More and more players pissed off. Thanks, guys. And no, my luck, that was me, because we're not wired right now either. Macro blocky mess. disgusting. Great. It's going so good. Motherfucker! Well, I meant to say there was... Hi. Let's see if I can make that look more like how I see it. One sec. Yeah, the capture card, by the way, is the Elite Go. Was that GC313Pro? GG Avermedia made that really easy to rolls right off the tongue. I've just changed the color mode to full. No, you don't know. But now that looks more like what I see on my TV. Oh, wow. Double team! But now I've gone and done that and now I can't see. There you go, now I can see. Motherfucker. Gee, thanks for the save. Oh, mate, I'm terrible at it. I should have jumped, but I didn't. Oh no. I want to try and get him to chase me, but I'm really playing bad today. Which is funny because I actually played quite alright earlier with my boy. Fuck off, idiot. There you go. Oh my god! Massacre. Oh! Yeah, that look there, that color, is how it looks to me on my TV, and yet that's a mismatch. That's my capture card being set to full, everything else being set to limited. That's really not great. Set back to limit. That's way contrasty, man. Screw it. Oh, back to the booty. Oh no! Oh, it's not about the, it's not so much about the color space right now. We're supposed to be testing Castr versus Restream and the map encoder, which we've established looks like complete bollocks. That's good enough. Good enough. Oh, you son of a... I do wonder, man, if this is just Wi-Fi. Like, Switch 2's Wi-Fi is jank. Bro, what are you doing? We're gonna have another disconnect. Oh, mate, come on. Oh, no, I didn't realize we were going to be there. What the? Oh, wow, we're... Son of a bitch! Dude, you are really playing that shit. I know. I'm aware. I am aware. GG guys, GG. GG. Oh, I got stabbed. Oh, I'll go away from it. Oh, you fool. No. Oh, I traded. No. Shouldn't have traded on that. That was terrible. Oh, no. Good counter with the splashdown. Thought I might have been able to pop him whilst he was in the air, but I still don't quite get the frames on that one. Oh, that was close. Seven. That's not bad. Not bad coverage. Oh, he got me. GG. Oh my god, what was that? Yeah, lag. I'm wondering if that's the dock. That's probably the dock. That's the same kind of slowdown I'd get on. The same kind of slowdown I'd get on Switch 1 Metroid on this dock. I've never seen that happen on the official dock. So I'm probably going to say, yet again, the Avermedia 3 whatever, get in the bin. Unfortunate, but yeah, yeah. If it's going to do that, then no. And like I said, I've never seen that on the official dock. I've never seen slowdown like that on the official dock. Elite. So I was partially right in what I said earlier, that so when I was playing games that pushed the Switch 1, it would lag as if the Switch wasn't running at full speed. Almost like we're still running on the handheld. Would it do the same thing on Switch 2 if the game was being pushed? Well, Splatoon 3 on Switch 2 isn't just an up-res like Switch game. They've actually chucked extra stuff in. It's running at a higher res, so it does appear that there's something not quite right with this dock. I will say though, dock is perfectly fine for stuff like Steam Deck, ROG Ally, that kind of thing. Motherfucker. But then it's up to you if like occasional slowdown is enough, and if you're playing a bigger, more beefy game, whether or not that would be enough to put you off. So no, I've got all the stats up, so that wasn't encoder lag, that was literally the game just having a hissy. The dock is doing exactly the same thing it does with Switch 1. Which is, again, very unfortunate because it is a nice little dock. So I'll probably have to click that. So, Avermedia, what are you doing? Ah, mate. Oh, mate, come on. Trading on that. Should have pushed the middle. Cool. Should have super jumped it in. Wow, GG. That last minute push. Cool. GG. I might actually, right. I know it's bad. I want to just check some stuff out. So I'm going to call this one done. If Divine or anyone wants to come in and play a bit later, I'll come back and do another one. Hook up to the Belial. Just want to clip that bit with the dock, with the slowdown. And I want to see if Castr is functioning. That's pretty rad. So the dock does work. It does in fact work. We lost seven frames in that entire stream, so in nearly an hour we lost 7 frames, which isn't absolutely terrible. Yeah, the dock is, what is it? The Elite Go GC313Pro with the beta firmware update. But that weird slowdown earlier, I have never, ever, 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 ever had Splatoon slowdown like that on Switch 2 on the official dock, nor have I ever had the game slowdown like that on Switch 1 on any dock. So, well, I don't know about this one because I haven't had it long enough to say, but on all of the other third-party docks I've had, this seems to be a thing with just this dock. So, see if we can kind of wrap this up in a nice tidy package, send it to Avermedia and go, hey yo. Also, we'll see if this VOD is 60 FPS on YouTube, not Kick or Twitch or Pornhub or wherever. Those don't seem to be a problem. If this is 60 FPS on YouTube, it's going through Castr using the Apple encoder. 60 FPS VOD means it works. It's a problem on Restream. If not, then problems elsewhere. Pitbull, thanks for coming to hang out. I hope you guys are all well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. I will say, for me, third-party dock, not recommended as yet.